Grand Rising, rise and shine. Before you get your day started, go in prayer and give him thanks for allowing you to still be here. As for myself, I thank him daily and constantly. I won't take up too much of y'all folks' time. I know a lot of people are getting ready to get their day started. I will be reading out the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verses 7 through 9. So please bear with me. I'm in the book of Galatians, excuse me. Galatians, however you want to word it. Chapter 6, verses 7 through 9. This is verse 7. Do not be misled. God is not one to be mocked. For whatever a person is sowing, this he will also reap. Verse 8. Because the one sowing with a view to his flesh will reap corruption from his flesh. But the one sowing with a view to the Spirit will reap everlasting life from the Spirit. This is verse 9. So let us not give up in doing what is fine. For in due time we will reap if we do not tire out. So I'm in the book of Galatians, chapter 6, and I'll be going back over each verse. I'm starting at verse 7. This is verse 7 in the book of Galatians, chapter 6. Galatians, however you want to say it. This is verse 7. Do not be misled. God is not one to be mocked. So it's telling us, people, do not be misled or deceived or led astray. This is verse 7 at the beginning of the verse. God is one not to be mocked. And when you go in the dictionary, when you mock at a person, when you in the word mock in the dictionary, means laugh at. You could be jeering. Showing contempt towards. Mocking, like something you're not taking seriously. Something you take as a joke. In this term of mocking, that's when you're mocking someone or something and you're not paying attention to what you are mocking. You're really not giving any attention to it or paying attention to what you are doing at that time when you're mocking. And this is the end part of verse 7. For whatever a person is sowing, this he will also reap. So remember, if you're going around mocking God or mocking an individual that serves God, that you think ain't of God, whatever the case may be, or you just go around just mocking people, you know what I mean? So whatever a person is sowing, that's what he will reap. Sowing means you putting it out there. That's what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Them seeds that you're really scattering, if you want to believe that or not, everything you do in your daily life, whether it's good or bad, you're sowing a seed. You're sowing that seed. And it don't matter how long that seed or seeds take time to develop and grow in the ground and sprout. Once it sprout, whatever seed you've been sowing in that season or seasons, whether good or bad, then when it come back and it's reap season, then that's when you're going to reap, whether it's good or bad. This is verse 8. Because the one sown with a view to his flesh will reap corruption from his flesh. So, if you're sowing corruption from the flesh, and the things that you do in life, things that you put out there, whatever you may be doing, you're going to reap that. I'm going to go back over this verse again. In verse 8, because the one sown with a view to his flesh will reap corruption from the flesh. So like I just said, if you're sowing corruption in each and everything that you're doing, then when it's time for that harvest to come, that's going to come back to you. You're going to reap that. Everything that you put out is going to come back. This is the end part of that verse. Verse 8. But the one sown with a view to the Spirit will reap everlasting life from the Spirit. So, I'm going to go back over that one more time. End part of verse 8. But the one sowing with a view to the Spirit will reap everlasting life from the Spirit. So if you're sowing from a view from the Spirit by trying to live godly in a godlike manner and carry on your life in a spiritual manner, you're not perfect. You're going to make mistakes and everything. All those things that you're putting out there, those seeds that is good that you're sowing. So when reaping time, you're going to reap that. You're going to reap all the benefits and everything in that season. Because during that season, you was going through what you was going through. You still was sowing and scattering good seeds. So when you reap spiritually, God's going to reward you for all you're doing some hard work, for not giving up. Okay. And this is verse 9. So let us not give up in doing what is fine, for in due time we will reap if we do not tire out. So I'm saying once again, this is verse 9. So let us not give up in doing what is fine, for in due time we will reap if we do not tire out. So verse 9 says, don't give out in doing what is fine. In due time, you will reap what is good if you don't tire out. So keep sowing them good seeds, people. Keep putting out there the good seeds, scattering good things. That's what you do in your life on a daily basis. How you decide to think, things that you say, how you treat yourself, and most importantly, how you treat other people. And are you listening to God? Are you paying attention to Him, to the things that He's telling you spiritually? So as long as you're doing things spiritually and you continue to do it constantly without let up, then in due time, at the end part of verse 9 says, you're going to reap everything, but you can't tire out. It's going to be, it's going to be them trials and tribulations that come your way. A lot of things in life you have to face. Don't tire out. You know what I mean? Keep reaping, keep putting out there, keep sowing good seeds, putting out there. And then in due time, God's going to reward you when that reaping season comes. Because you sowed everything that was good, all those seeds. So just remember, what you put out there, whether it's good or bad, that's what you're sowing. Now when it comes back to you, whether it's good or bad, that's your reap. That's what you're reaping. That's your reward. So until we meet again, you get a chance, people, please go in the book Galatians, or Colossians, however you want to name it, or word it. Chapter 6, verses 7 through 9. The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verses 7 through 9. Take your time, read it, ask God to give you clarification on it, and when He does, acknowledge it, give Him back His credit, and strive to walk in it. I love all y'all. Peace.